Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to speak on one of the most iconic, most fascinating flowering trees called Asoka. Its scientific name is Saroka Asoka. It is an important tree in the cultural traditions of Indian subcontinent. Let us have a glance on this tree which has been grown in roadside at Bangalore. See the leaves. Leaves are compound, leaflets are opposite, lanceolate. See the young leaves which are soft, red and are limping, very attractive and delicate. We can easily identify the tree by seeing these beautiful red color leaves. Look at the flowers which are seen in cluster, yellow and scarlet in color. They are fragrant, gives a beautiful and fascinating look in dark green foliage background. Flowering takes place throughout the year, but flowering in January-February is most attractive and conspicuous. Hope you will like to know more about this iconic tree. Asoka tree has different names in different states in India. For example, in Hindi it is called Asok or Sita Asok. In Assamese it is called Asok Gas. In Kannada, Telugu and Bengali it is called Asoka. In Malayalam it is called Asokam or Asugam. In Odisha it is called Asoka and so on. It is the state flower of Odisha state. Asoka is a Sanskrit word meaning without grief. It is sacred tree for Hindus and Buddhists. As per Hiuen Tsang report, it is believed that Gautam Buddha was born under the shade of Asoka tree in Lumbini garden. In mythological story in Ramayana, Sita, consort of Rama, spent her captivity days in Asok Bhatika, probably to get relief her from origin anxieties. These are the reasons we see Asoka trees are planted in Buddhist monastery and Hindu temple, mainly at the entrance. According to old Indian literature, in different Puranas, it is mentioned that the planting of Asoka tree leads to the destruction of sorrow. A house with Asoka tree in its vicinity is very auspicious. Among many other trees, Asoka always brings peace and it does good. These are all positive words for this tree. It is a small to medium sized evergreen tree with compact crown, attains 8 to 9 meter height. In 6 to 8 years, it produces flowers. Let us see the fruits and seeds. As shown in the picture, the fruit is leathery pod, black in color, flat, contains 4 to 8 ellipsoidal seeds. Fruiting takes place in August and September. Let us speak about distribution. It is distributed in central and east Himalayas, North Bengal, Assam, Odisha, Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala and Western Peninsula. We get this species in evergreen forest of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. It is an understory tree in evergreen and semi-evergreen forest. It is to be noted that the species is listed as vulnerable in the IUCN Red List due to unscientific management practices, demand for its bark and phytochemicals. Its population in wild is declining due to overexploitation of bark, seed and flowers. Therefore, need of the hour is conservation and multiplication of this species. It is one of the most popular trees for planting along roadsides, in parks and in gardens landscape. Also could be planted for better carbon sequestration and quality air in and around educational institutions. In cities also, along roadside and median of the road, this species is suitable even though it is sensitive to air pollution. Being leguminous plant, it fixes atmospheric nitrogen in soil and hence it increases soil fertility. Regarding propagation, the species prefers moist and well-drained soil. Seeds should be collected from 5 to 6 year mature trees in the month of September immediately after ripening and should be sown as soon as possible as its viability period is only 2 months. Seeds can be sown in beds or in container bags. Seeds are soaked for 12 hours in water. Seeds germinate after about 20 days period. 1-year-old seedlings can be planted in pits at 3 meter by 3 meter or 5 meter by 5 meter spacing. It can be planted under coconut plantation also as intercropping tree. Harvestable age is 20 years for extraction of bark. The stumps produce coffee shoots. As non-invasive method, without felling, the bark can be peeled off in vertical strips at 6 cm interspace. The peeled off areas recover within 2 years. The bark is dried under shade, packed and stored. In pure crop, yield is about 1 ton dry stem per hectare, while in case of mixed cropping, yield is about half a ton per hectare. Lastly, let us speak about utilization. The species is not much useful as timber. However, the tree is used in Ayurvedic drug treatment of many disorders, especially gynecological troubles for keeping women healthy. The juice prepared from boiling bark is used to cure women-specific ailments. The pulp of the flowers is used for acute dysentery and considered as an excellent uterine tonic. This is all about Asuka tree in brief. Let us encourage to grow and conserve this species. Thanks for watching.